Welcome back, my TCL, Scorpion72, and today we're going to be taking a look at Ghul from DC Collectibles Batman the Animated Series. So this figure is figure number 24 in the series of the animated line that DC Collectibles is doing. Here he is in a blister card packaging. You can see all his accessories and his extra mask. It says there are 13 pieces at the top, and then after on the back, of course, it's just a silhouette. Really no pictures or anything on the packaging. So without further ado, let's take a look at the figure inside.
Welcome to Love TCL, Scorpion72, and today we're taking a Ghul, or Ghul, or however many people pronounce it, because in Arrow they pronounce it one way, the cartoon pronounce it one way, you read it one way in the comic books. There's many different ways to pronounce his name. So we'll call him or I call him Raz because, you know, they RA/S type thing. Nevertheless, from the animated series, we are getting this figure. Is really cool. He was one of my favorites when I first introduced him. It's like called the Demon's Head was the episode. It's a two-parter. I'm not sure, it wasn't the first two-parter. I think the first two-parter they had was Feet of Clay Place, but this one was one of my favorites and stuff like that. I really recently introduced Ghul and Tally and the rest of them. So here we have him here. Now, right off the bat, the cape is very nice and all. Love it. Thing is, it's not very pliable. So, this cape is it's like a little bit soft at the bottom, but other than that, it's really rigid. So you're not really going to get much poses with him with this cape on. Since he still has the cape on, or the cloak, whatever you want to call it, his head is removable. So, and another thing, very excellent sculpt on his face, I gotta say. Looks just like in the cartoon. So, here's the head that we're going to put on. It has the demon's head on it, the mask. Underneath there, you notice that he even has this gold teeth, so it's like sculpted underneath. So at one point I wondered why we're gonna just do like a separate mask piece, but you know, maybe this was the easier way. And you just pop it on there, and there you go. You have him now with the demon's head. Like if you saw him in the cartoon, and he's there clapping every time Batman passes a test or whatever. This is how he looked. So it's really cool. The other cool thing is, you take that off. So to remove the cloak, thank goodness the cloak is removable. So you will get posability out of your Ghul once you remove the cloak. This thing here gets on top of here, and you can have this just like kind of like a display piece on the side or something, just showcasing that's his cloak and mask just standing there. So nevertheless, put back on his head. Here we have Ghul.
So I just happen to have some extra ninjas laying around, so I can do this nice little like display here with Batman trying to save Robin, and Ghul standing on top there just watching, because it is known that he wanted him to be his predecessor to take over his League of Assassins organization once he's gone. Of course, you know, in order to do that you have to marry Talia, which Talia is on her way later this year. There he is there about the mask and with the mask, and he just looks amazing, just even standing next to his cloak and the mask, the demon's head.
So its neck looks kind of extra long. I guess that's due to the cloak and stuff, but it kind of is accurate at the same time. He did have like a long neck. Mine's very loose. And this might be one of the very first of my DC collectible animated series figures that have loose joints. Like really, it's really loose. His legs, really loose. So he will need that stand that he comes with. Joints follow, you know, ball joint in the head, twist of the waist. His arms can go outwards. He has a single joint at the elbow and can bend at the elbow with this twist. Here he has like right underneath his sleeve is where you gotta get your kind of like arm articulation. Pops up kind of easy when you try to bend his hand. I noticed that when I first got him. The hand kind of really just popped off. You can see I'm just kind of having trouble just getting him to stand straight up. Even his ankles are kind of loose too. So legs can go quite well, but they don't really hold. Knees, same thing, kind of loose. Legs spread out, and he has articulation in the boot, as well as he has the ankle articulation, but no ankle rocker. So they took away the ankle rocker for Ra's al Ghul. So as I mentioned in my Jim Gordon video, it seems that now that they've got us hooked on this line, I'm noticing that they're doing stuff less and less, giving us less articulation, less accessories. I hope that's not the case. I hope it's just because, okay, we got this and a different extra head that I have to cut down somewhere. But I hope this does not continue and they go back to when they offered so much more when they first started this line, because then it's kind of not what they had planned at the beginning, especially with the price increasing. It comes with 4 extra hands. Counting this one makes 6, of course, like I always say. So he has 2 gripping hands, and he has 2 open hands, like, you know, clapping hands and stuff. Hands has changed. His is pretty easy. He doesn't have a single peg type thing. So all you do is pull it out like that, and you just push this one in. Fits in okay. And same thing with this. You just tug that one out, and you can put the open hand here. Now, 2 things that would have made this figure even greater. I'm not saying I don't like him. I like him a lot, other than my loose parts and stuff that I have here. He looks exactly like a cartoon. Like, see, he just starts leaning forward right away. 2 things that would have made this figure great. I believe in the promo somewhere, I do recall him coming with big yellow gloves that he wore in the cartoon and he normally known to wear. So I think these open hands were either supposed to be painted yellow to look like gloves, or we were supposed to get a set of another set of hands that were open gloves. The other thing is, he doesn't come with a sword. He doesn't come with his classic comic book or cartoon sword. And there's supposed to be comic specific accessories that come with these figures, and he's missing that one. That's a main one for Ra's al Ghul. So those are my 2 gripes with this figure.
I meant to say episode specific accessories. That was the whole pitch for this line when it started, that they were supposed to come in accessories that correspond to their episodes. Yes, we did get the demon's head and the cloak, but the sword was the main thing too, because this was a 2-parter, unless they plan to bring out Ra's al Ghul without his shirt. You can see the height difference between him and Batman when he has the mask on. And of course, you know, with the sword that I happen to have from the old Hush line from DC Direct, Ra's al Ghul now has a weapon. And even with the DC Universe Classics line there, getting this sword is thoroughly a must that we should have gotten with this figure. And hopefully there's a weapon pack down the line, because he does need it.
Turnaround sheet is like this, pretty simple. There you go. He's just basically showing you front and back. He has a cloak on. Same thing they all come with, showing you how to put the stand and how to change the hands. And of course, my Gordon video shows you the checklist too. Same thing. I show this all at once just to make sure you know the figures are in this line. We're up to here now. My Etrigan was a week delayed, so I do have him. He's at my comic book shop. I just have to pick him up. And then we have here the other ones coming out: Clayface, Harley Quinn from New Adventures, New Adventures Firefly, New Adventures Batman as well. So he should be available at comic book shops, online retailers. If you're getting this line, you probably already have him. If not, he is a good figure to get. Hopefully, maybe it's just my figure that's just like loose like this. But other than that, he is one of the main baddies in the Batman animated series, and definitely a character you want to add to your collection. As I mentioned, my only gripe is that the fact that he doesn't come with like those yellow gloves or so, or what we saw in the cartoon, and doesn't come with his sword. If you have a sword or something like that you want to add with him, by all means, it would be great to enhance this figure. I'm just surprised that they did not do this with Ra's al Ghul, to give him no accessories. So the Scorpion 72 review of Ra's al Ghul, figure number 24 in Batman the Anime Series collection here from DC Collectibles. telling you to enjoy your toys. Until next time, keep playing. Ciao.